I'm Jackie, and we are now on day 6 of lockdown in South Africa. I know for many of you across the world, this is a very stressful period when one is under virtual house arrest, and cooking is such a good way to relieve stress. It offers a distraction, it's a great group activity if you are under lockdown with family or children. And even if you're on your own, I find that cooking is a mindful activity, and during lockdown one has the luxury of being able to experiment with all sorts of different recipes. So today, on our quest to travel the world with our minds, we are going to cook a dish from Italy, Pasta Cabonara, often a great favorite. And I want to tell you that carbonara is so easy to make. You will never ever buy jar or packet carbonara ever again. So let's get started. Very simple selection of ingredients required for this dish. Spaghetti or linguine, whatever you prefer. I've already grated Parmesan cheese. In fact, I didn't have enough Parmesan cheese, so I added some grated pecorino cheese. Any hard cheese is fine, as long as it's bursting with flavor. Then I've chopped up bacon. You can use pancetta, you can use chopped ham, butter, garlic. Now, little tip that I've got to share with you on garlic is that when you have garlic cloves, spend some time peeling them, chopping them up, put them in a jar that you might have, like a jam jar, and cover them with olive oil. And then it means that whenever you need garlic for cooking, you have this at the ready. Great convenience. And finally, we are going to have a bowl here with 3 eggs, where you've separated the white from the yolk. So we're going to have 3 egg yolks. You can set aside the egg white to maybe use for something else. So I've already got 2 egg yolks in here. I'm now going to add my 3rd one, and this is always something that I stuff up, but let's see how this goes. Crack up, not too bad, and then you can really just take the egg from the one shell to the other, and then pop it in there. And so you've got 3 egg yolks here, and the 4th egg, you will just add the entire egg into the bowl. Take a whisk and whisk that up together. Then you take your grated cheese and add it to the egg mixture. I'm going to leave some to put on the pasta right at the end. So you've got your grated cheese and your egg mixture here. And just mix that together. It really is worth using quality cheese for this dish if you want to get the best result. Set that aside. Now I'm going to turn to the stove, where we're going to get our pasta cooking, and we're going to get the bacon and garlic on the go. We are now going to cook pasta the Italian way. So bring a pot of water to a fast boil, add plenty of salt, and then you're going to add your spaghetti or pasta of choice. So I'm only cooking for Okay, that didn't happen. I'm only cooking for 2 today, and so I'm going to take half the spaghetti, and what you do is you just sort of push it down like that, so eventually it all goes into the water. And in the meantime, I have warmed up my pan, and I'm now going to add a nice blob of butter. And we're going to do the garlic and the bacon. So I put the equivalent of 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. And if you like your pasta al dente, then you'll do it for 9 minutes. If you like it a little bit more tender, you can add another 2 to 3 minutes to the cooking time. This spaghetti is being very, very stubborn today. It doesn't like to be locked down. So I've added the garlic to the pan. Lovely, lovely aroma starting to fill the kitchen. And next, the bacon gets added. And you cook the bacon until it's cooked, okay? So you just stir it around the pan until it's nice and brown and crispy. And once the pasta is cooked, I'll see you on the other side. So our pasta has been cooked and is ready. I prefer mine al dente, so I've stuck to the 9 minutes. And if you please use an oven glove when you take the lid off, because the steam can really burn one. So if you want to check your pasta for readiness, I know that some of you like to throw your pasta around the kitchen until it sticks on the wall, but I'll teach you another trick. You take your pasta and you bite it on the end, and if it still has a little white center, then that is cooked to perfection for those who love al dente. Just a little trick. So now the next part of the recipe is taking the pasta out of the pan and adding it to the garlic and bacon mixture. Don't worry to drain your pasta. You can just take it straight out of the pot. The lovely thing about cooking is that you can transport your mind all over the world. So even in lockdown, when we cannot get on a plane and we cannot travel and we can't even leave our homes, we can, through cooking, get to visit any country in the world. And of course, with cooking an Italian dish today, our thoughts are with the Italians who have gone through a really traumatic time during the coronavirus and still are. So I've added the spaghetti, and then you're going to take a ladle and just add 1 ladleful of your pasta water to this mixture that you've got in the pan. And now you're going to shake it, shake it, shake it. A little bit of exercise here. This pan is quite heavy. So shake, 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 shake. And flip it over a bit so that you really get to mix the garlic and the bacon bits in with the pasta. And all that remains is the final step. Just before that, I'm going to add a pinch of salt, just a pinch. We don't want to spoil this with being too salty because the bacon is already salty, and a good grounded pepper, which is always so nice on pasta. Now the trick is that you want this to cool down just a little before adding your egg and cheese mixture. Otherwise you're going to end up with an omelette, which is not what you want. So now the pasta has cooled down a little bit in the pan, and we can add the egg mixture. So I want to show you what the egg mixture looks like now. It's had a little bit of a chance to set with the grated cheese, and the trick is to just very, very slowly add this mixture to your pasta dish. And don't worry about the fact that the egg hasn't been cooked. The heat of the pasta is more than enough to cook the egg. And this is the real authentic way of making carbonara. And you stir everything up to mix it through. And the sauce gives the pasta the most delicious, rich yellow color. For those of you who are wondering where the cream is, don't add cream. Do not add cream to carbonara. It is not necessary, and it makes it much unhealthier. Just stick with your egg yolks and your egg and your Parmesan cheese. That's all you need. Let's dish up. So now the moment to dish this up. Choose yourself a lovely round bowl and plate this with all the lovely sauce. I cannot wait to taste the flavors. Remains is to top it off with a sprinkling of cheese, a little bit of chopped parsley, and buon appetito. So stay at home, stay safe, sending love to everyone around the world, those that are on their own, those that are together. Know that we are all in this together, and we will come through the other side fighting fit and strong.